la guitare. Moi j'accorde ma basse. Penche la guitare. Moi j'accorde ma basse. Let's go! I want to break free.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Toxic Thursday on Tap. I am your host, the Lord of Toxicity, and I'll be joined today by my very special guest from across the pond, the Northern English Bastard. How are you, sir? How are you today?
I am doing very fine. I've just watched a couple of movies, been playing a few games, getting some more reviews done, and yeah, are we the only ones here? Is no one else popping on tonight?
It's gonna be me and you against the world, baby. It's all good. It is what it is. Hey,
we are doomed.
You said you have one crisis. You send one ranger, so we've got one ranger and one ranger adjacent. So we're gonna be fine. So for those of you who don't know, Thursday usually around this time we have the Critical Drinker does his open bar with his usual suspects and a few different guests. And unfortunately, he is off to the pub or doing something, whatever Critical Drinker does when he's not here. I mean, I guess we could guess what he does, can't we? So he is not here today. So far be it for me to miss an opportunity to ride on a better YouTuber's coattails and take up some of his viewership. So I figured since I spent all day long in the movie theater yesterday, I would get on here with my best friend over in the Northern English part of the world. And we talk about some of the stuff that we watched. I managed to watch several things that I don't think that he has seen yet. In fact, I know one of them. And he watched something that I wanted to see, but just did not have enough time. So that being said, I figured we could give you guys a brief overview. I know some people are chomping at the bit to find out about weapons, the big thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I will not spoil weapons. I'm not going to do that. However, I'll give you my honest opinion of it, and after some time goes by, like maybe by Monday, I'll have my own video on it, maybe a spoiler review, maybe a sub spoiler review, maybe even Northern English will get a chance to watch it, although I'm not super duper familiar with how he would be able to do that. I guess he'd probably have to fly over here to the States to watch it because they're not going to play it over there in England land. What's the deal?
Yes, I can fly over the States with the internet.
Cool.
Using the sites that probably legal, not legal, I cannot disclose.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, that's the big ticket item today that we will be talking about weapons. Now, I know some people are probably thinking, Toxic, how the hell did you manage to watch Weapons the day before its release date? So let me give a little background. One, I used to work in a movie theater. One of the things that happens in a movie theater, it comes in big 2 reels that have to be spliced together. Anyone who's ever watched the movie Fight Club understands that little watermark, that little smoke mark in the top. They've managed to blur that out so you don't really see it, but the 2 big reels have to be spliced together. And in order to make sure that it works, even in this digital age, they need to premiere it at the theater after everybody has left for the night. So what they do is they go to whatever theater they're going to put it in, whatever screen they're going to put it in, and they'll play it, but they play it for whatever staff members, took one for the team and decided to stay late. This isn't really a bad thing in any way. In fact, we used to look at it when I worked at Regal before. We used to look at it as, kind of a fun thing. We'd have like a movie party night the night before it premiered, usually on a Thursday before a Friday, or on a Tuesday before a Wednesday premiere. So if you can follow that logic, that's what they've done. Now, that being said, I guess the next question okay, Lisa, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Lisa is a friend of the channel, friend of me personally, and a former client, and hope you're doing good. God bless. Thanks for popping in. I do appreciate it. Yes, Greg the Walnut says share the link, crowd. Yes, please do share the link. I do appreciate that. And so Toxic, how, now that you are no longer working for the movie theater like you did in the 90s, how did you possibly get in to see it at the late hour? So, because it's just us friends here on YouTube, I will disclose something. So here we go. Can you see me on camera pretty good? Let's do a little solo layout. So I happen to acquire this. Now, this is for work purposes only, this shirt. I'm definitely not misusing it in any way, but I do have it, and sometimes Toxic would be known to pop into a theater or so. So anyway, so that's how that was done. That's how that was accomplished. And I guess I'll just dive right into it. I will not be spoiling, so don't come at me in the comments. It's good. It's really good, but it's not a horror movie. I repeat, Weapons is not a horror movie. So if you are going into it thinking that you're going to see an Insidious, or you are going to see even Barbarian, which is done by the same writer director, if you are thinking that's what you're going to do, then no, that's not what you're going to go in and see. How can I put this so that I don't spoil anything? So the basic premise is, entire classroom of kids except for one go missing from Julia Garner's character's class. She's a teacher. Her class all go missing at 2:17 in the morning, previous to the next school day. That's important, so remember that. All of the kids go missing. They ran out of their house to places unknown. And then what follows is kind of a mystery box thing, done in a different timeline, Pulp Fiction-y sort of, in media res and out of media res way, where we try to figure out the mystery. Josh Brolin plays one of the parents, and BD Wong, I think it is, or Russell Wong or something like that. He is another main character that is involved in the mystery. And of course, Julia Garner. However, Julia Garner is not the main character of this. I'll leave it at that. So, like I said, if you liked Barbarian, you'll probably like this. If you like happy endings and good bow tie endings, things that are tied up in a nice bow, you will not like this. So let me another Josh Brolin movie called No Country for Old Men. If you didn't like the ending of that, you're not going to like the ending of this. So the less said about that, better. I would definitely call this a mystery thriller more than a horror movie. I can't go into any further detail than that. So it is good. It's not Greg, it is not a BS twist reveal. It's a good twist reveal. However, it will leave you a little dry fucked. So make of that what you will. I would definitely recommend going to see it. Strangely enough, I am not a big horror fan. I'm not even a big thriller fan, really. But yet 2 movies, this and Sinners, are definitely going to wind up on my short list for best of 2025. Do you know anything about this movie yet, Northern?
I've seen the trailers. It looks very interesting. I've not got around to seeing it, and I probably will as soon as I can, because I think this might be one I want to review next week. So
as soon as you can catch a flight over here to watch it, right?
I'll catch a flight on my on my pirate ship. So
fly. Oh, so you'll go to the seas to get over to America. I gotcha.
Yes,
that actually makes that seems like more practical. Yeah.
But this is the film that originally had Pedro Pascal, but they had to basically recast him. And I've not seen it, but I'm guessing they probably got the better choice with Josh Brolin anyway, because he is a bit more likable. Pascal's just kind of screwed the pooch with his fucking virtue signaling.
Oh, dude. And that, I mean, we're all Pedro Pascal fatigued, at this point. Well, when you do come over here, or anyone else, shameless plug time. For sponsoring this live, we have the Leavenworth Local Hotel here in the first city of Kansas, Leavenworth, Kansas. Leavenworth Local is on 600 Shawnee, and rates start at $120 a night. And this is some of the amenities. We have a massage therapy downstairs. We have organic juice bar on site. In the vein of the red hibiscus, which has moved from their location on Delaware over, and we've kind of absorbed them. So come over to 600 Shawnee here in Leavenworth, Kansas. Spacious, beautiful rooms, a bounce house for the kiddos, and a fully stocked, excellent bar for the adults. These are some of the larger rooms. There's the bounce house for the kiddos. This is what a standard room looks like. It's got almost all kitchenette type services. We have Wi-Fi. We have courtesy phones inside the room. They are lush and plush. We have a little breakfast nook for the initiated that get up early enough to do that. Maybe you need a coffee. Maybe you need a fruit. Maybe you need a yogurt, something like that. Pretty soon we will have a more expansive food thing in the morning. We have a gym and we have a laundry. All of the rooms are sequestered deep into what used to be the Immaculata High School, which is pretty cool in and of itself. And I would definitely recommend coming here. If I was still of a mind to be traveling, doing my mercenary type lifestyle that I used to do, this is definitely one of the hotels that I would do. And we're just far enough away from the main drag in Leavenworth where you won't be bothered too much. So again, that's 600 Shawnee Street, the Leavenworth Local Hotel. I don't think for your money you can do any better than this place. And I'm not just saying that because they pay my checks. I'm also saying it because they're awesome. And anyway, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so shameless plug stuff aside, anything else we want to say real quick about weapons before I move on to the next topic?
Except I will see it, and I hope I hope I like this, because I like Josh Brolin. He's one of my favorite actors at the moment. So.
He knocks
Not
it
at
out
the moment. Per se is my favorite actor. Period.
Who's your favorite actor?
Yeah, I do like Josh Brolin because I don't think I've ever seen a bad performance with him, ever.
I don't think so either. Yeah. But yeah, no, Josh Brolin and Julia Garner definitely knock it out of the freaking park. This is the type of thing that she needs to kind of showcase her skill set, not the stupid werewolf movie and not the fake girl boss Silver Surfer that she played. This is something that Julia Garner can really sink her teeth into with this role. There's lots of twists and turns, very unexpected. But again, if you didn't like Barbarian, you're not going to like this. If you're expecting Insidious or that really overhyped Toni Collette movie, Hereditary, if you're expecting those things, don't bother, because you're not going to like it. If you want that kind of horror, wait till The Conjuring final movie comes out. Well, I think it's the final movie, whatever, which I think is like next month or the month after. So anyway, that's my spoiler-free review of Weapons. Go see it if you have. I mean, I think we need to definitely support more movies like this so that we have less slop in theater. Because whether you like it or not, or it's your cup of tea or not, I definitely think this kind of thing needs more attention. So make of that what you will. That's creepy as shit. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of slop, so I had a chance while I was in Lawrence and I was on my downtime, I had a chance to spend some more time at Regal Cinema without the uniform and watch a couple of the ones that have come out. And I got to tell you, on a rewatch, Fantastic Four and Superman are such total dog shit flop thing. I can't even imagine that the MCU or the DCU is going to be able to continue. I cannot imagine this. I mean, when I first watched it, I'm not going to lie, I kind of drifted off both times. This one I actually paid attention and took notes, and God, these movies are horrible. I can't believe this is the summer movie thing. Did you like this? I don't know if I saw a review on either one of these on your channel.
I did do Superman. It's there were some things I did like a bit better than Man of Steel, but man, it really fucking James Gunn has really screwed the pooch by turning Superman into this fucking whiny sort of guy who can't keep his fucking emotions in check. I mean, he's supposed to have a commanding presence. He's the leader of the Justice League. I do not see that in this Superman. He's too much of a joke in it.
Yeah,
James Gunn, he just doesn't know when to reel it the fuck back. I mean, he's good with team ups, you know, and tongue-in-cheek dark humor, but when it comes to a superhero that really needs to be taken seriously as well as have fun with, he just hasn't found that balance. He doesn't know the balance.
What was crazy, both screenings in the afternoon on a random Tuesday, Wednesday were fucking full. Can you believe that? In Kansas.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I get it. You know, so the Cineplex that I have is not one of those huge 24. You can get that. If you go to Kansas City, you can go to the AMC Legends, and I think they have like 24 theaters or 24 screens or whatever. But this is a standard 8-screen theater out in Lawrence, Kansas that I frequent. So I don't have much choice because there's one here in Leavenworth, but it's only got 4 screens, and it's really, for it being a little local place, I hate to bash on it because I am all about local businesses, but for a local place, it's extremely expensive. And I don't have one of their shirts where I can sneak in. So there's that. But I go in and I, got my little notepad and I'm watching this stuff, and it's just flaw after flaw in reasoning. Everything that you've heard bad about these two movies, you can pretty much bank on. And I've heard a lot. You know, I've listened to Mahler rip into it.
It's all over the place. It's like there's loads of scenes fucking missing. Everything there's context. There's like, okay, how did Lex Luthor actually know how to hack into really advanced Kryptonian technology? I mean, why turn Jor-El into a fucking tyrant? That was it was really baffling. I hated it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where, oh, by the way, I mean, it's been a couple weeks, but I guess we'll just say this for pro forma's sake. Spoiler, we're gonna spoil. But yeah, no, it baffles the shit out of me. I feel like they just went into Chat GPT and said Superman does a thing and then does another thing. 2025, Fantastic Four, 60s retro. And these two movies are night and day compared to each other. I'll grant you that, but they're both suck. So it's both like, and I hate to do this. You know me. I don't like to bash. I don't like to bash films. I don't like to do the whole birthday clown. Everything sucks. Everything's woke. Everything's slop. I don't like to do that. I like to champion things, and I will in this stream. I like to give things their due. And no, I've never been the biggest Superman fan. I've made no secret of that. But I just feel like this just didn't do it for me. There's just so much. This is probably my least favorite Superman. I would put Superman 4: The Quest for Peace over this Superman movie. Seriously, no cap, as the teenagers say. This was garbage. The worst Superman story. It didn't even have good special effects. The big reveal of the fact that Ultraman is a clone. If you were going to do that, just do Bizarro. Do that.
Yeah, exactly. Bizarro had a good tragedy to him as well. I mean, he was kind of like Frankenstein's monster. He wanted to do good, but he was so defected, he was so brain damaged that he ended up doing more harm. He was a tragic figure, and that would have probably added more layers to the story a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're gonna bring in Supergirl for a cameo, okay, like I get it. I get it that like right now, because she was in House of Dragon, and because she is Millie Alcock is her name, because she's been in that most recent Netflix TV series that went really good, and she said the super Gen Z thing. She said dead ass on screen when she shot a guy down, the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's her boyfriend, her rich boyfriend, and he wants to marry her, and she goes, no, dead ass, no, and it's on every TikTok. Like, oh my god, she said dead ass. She's so much like us.
What show is this? Fucking hell! What show is it?
What show? Fuck, what show is that? It actually was a good show. No, it was a good show actually. Hold on, I'll bring it up. I watched it about a month ago. I think I talked about this on the Outcast Creative. I thought I talked about this, but maybe I didn't give it enough attention. But anyway, she was on a Netflix series last month with the dude from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and the chick from Drop was in it, and also what's her name? Sirens. It was called Sirens. She was in that. But yeah, had Julianne Moore, Kevin Bacon, Glenn Howerton is the name of the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And basically, she plays like this Gen Z chick that is working for like that world's version of Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow type, rich billionaire, but has her own like thing that she does. Like she sells beauty products and things like that. So she's like the assistant to this chick. And then there's stuff going on where, she's sleeping with this rich guy and trying to get ahead. And her sister comes in to try to like pull her back to the fold. It's pretty good. It's on Netflix. It's called Silence.
I'm actually starting to remember it now. I think Lance showed a clip of it last time I was on his show. So that does sound very familiar. That now so I remember it now. Yeah, it was big, rich place and everything. It's very colorful. It's coming back to me now.
Yeah. So the big thing with that is just the fact that there's a very viral TikTok clip, because I'm on TikTok 24/7 because I'm a dork. There's a viral TikTok clip where he's like, "Are you the guy from Always Sunny?" He's like, "So we're not getting married? This was just an affair?" And she's like, "Maybe I was too nice about this, but no, we're not. Dead ass, no." And it's just like every TikToker is like, "Oh my god, she said our word. She's so slay queen. Oh my god, you're so savage." But if you're gonna have your Supergirl, bringing it back to the original thing there, if you're gonna have your Supergirl be this little Gen Z icon, whatever it is, if you're gonna have that, okay, fine. But first of all, I really liked the dark-haired hottie from the Flash movie as Supergirl. I thought she did a great job. I would have brought her back. I get it that he's doing this huge reboot or whatever. And I also get that maybe she wasn't the most popular because that movie wasn't the most popular. But at the same time, I thought she was a lovely Supergirl. I would have done
chick from Whiplash, Melissa Benoist, who played the last one. The one you want?
No. Well, yes, in the show, yes, but there's the chick from the Flash was that hottie dark-haired one. God, you're making me have to think about it.
We'll move on. It'll come back to you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. I gotta bail out. By the way,
I really didn't like her portrayal, though. I mean, come on. Superman is trying to deal with beings that are trying to destroy the fucking world, and she's out getting drunk somewhere. Sorry, I do not like that.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yes,
and I know it was probably inspired by The Woman of Tomorrow, but I don't know if The Woman of Tomorrow was one of those latest comics that's written by these fucking wokesters who have no idea how to fucking write superheroes.
Yeah, no, definitely. She is so Sasha Calle was the one that I was mentioning there. But yeah, no, it was a terrible Superman rating. So, Superman and his friends are all dealing with all this shit. Superman's getting the shit kicked out of him. This poor street vendor gets his brains blown out by Lex in an interrogation scene, which I'm still not clear on what he was interrogating him about, other than to just try to get Superman to, I don't know, conform or whatever. And then so she's off getting loaded. And why does she have pierced ears? How did she pierce her ears? How did she do that? That doesn't even make any sense. That's stupid. The only thing I can say of redeeming quality of the new Superman, the only thing I can say is that the whole hypno glasses to explain why it is that Superman fools people with just a pair of glasses. I did like that. What was your thoughts on the hypno glasses thing?
Well, it does kind of add some explanation because it is one of the most stupidest cliches as well, that these glasses somehow stop people recognizing him, and it's been spoofed in what was it, Mystery Men as well, which I actually thought was very
Right,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
When he transforms, he takes the glasses off. That doesn't make any sense. He wouldn't be able to see. But yeah, no, I liked. I would have liked Sasha Calle brought back, but whatever. That's not fair. What was done to her? I think she's going to go down as a similar tragic figure as Cavill was. With needing to be the proper marketing for him and just right time, right place. I can't imagine that this Supergirl movie is. I mean, I guess it's greenlit. I can't imagine it's going to be any good, but what the fuck do I know? I mean, they just seem to greenlit everything. So now, surprisingly, so both of these movies are dog shit, and Fantastic Four is dog shit. They're terrible. They're fucking terrible movies. Fantastic Four slightly worse. At least Superman had some original stuff with it, and maybe at the end of the day, I'm more forgiving of DC than I am of Marvel, because Marvel had no reason to drop off so fast, whereas DC's always sort of struggled. So maybe that's not fair. But I tell you what I did watch, which was interesting, and I don't like body horror, so this is odd. I watched this together with Dave Franco and what's his actual real life, I think, wife or girlfriend. I don't know.
Hey, good on him.
Are they married? Allison Brie. They may be married. I'm not sure. But anyway, but so yeah, I watched this and it was interesting. Have you seen this, or do you know anything about it?
I've not seen it, but it does, once again, this does look very interesting. I'm really going to have to get around to watching some latest movies, but it's just looking for what to review and what not to review, because that does mean a lot of hours putting it together to talk about these movies. So we have to really pick some battles here with what I need to see.
Well, it's one of those things where, I spent the day in the theater, right? So we'll basically watch 4 movies in one day, because I had the whole day after I got done with the job in Lawrence. So I just was like, well, I'm not going to drive all the way back. So I'm just going to spend the night. I'm just going to spend the day in Lawrence. And, that's just what I'm going to do. So when I have days like that, I try to catch up on as much stuff as possible. Yeah, I did my re-review of Fantastic Four and Superman slop, but I also did, looked at a couple of new movies, Weapons and Together. I will say I'm actually curious to see what Nadia has to say about this, because she's more of the horror movie and body horror guru than I am, but it was definitely interesting. So the basic premise is Dave Franco's character, he and Allison Brie are in a relationship. He's a former music artist that never quite broke big, and he suffered a recent tragedy where his parents have passed away. So he's messed up. Allison Brie's character is working as a teacher, and she's got an opportunity to kind of go outside the city, go work at a place where she can really get into her teaching, because at this point, living in the city, it's sort of been stalled out. And, this is her opportunity. This will give Dave Franco's character a chance to kind of really work on his music and stuff like that. But they're in that weird millennial type, who are we really? Because feminism and because guys are cucks and, and simp boys and stuff like that. So they're not really understanding, their roles in the relationship, up to the point where she actually proposes to him at their going away party, and he flubs it. He just stands there like looking like someone asked him the fucking square root of something and he didn't know the answer. And then they wind up going to their new place, trying to figure it out together. They're having a bunch of problems, and they decide to go hiking, and they wind up in a like a well area where this old church has gone down. Hang on one second. Hey, talk for a second about something. I got to deal with this dog who is snorting up something. Be right back.
Okay, hell, what's he snorting? Oh, you should have left your secret stash out for him to get. Oh my god. So together, yeah, this does look like a very interesting movie. It hasn't really been shown in the trailers, but body horror is kind of something that it depends. It depends on the execution. I like The Thing. I thought The Thing was very good body horror as well. You like, everyone's like coming apart as well, and it turns out to be this alien thing that's like an amalgamation of single cells that can survive individually if threatened with being destroyed. And I thought The Substance was a very good one. And the fact
this
that
is
it
very
sounds like
this is very similar to The Substance. This is very, if not quite as gross, but there is some pretty graphic horror body scenes. But it's also an interesting allegory tale about like where people are in relationships when one person's all the way in and the other one's got kind of their foot out the door. And I think at some point we've all been in that kind of relationship where you're putting the maximum effort into it and the other person's kind of stuck in neutral, and you're not really and then what would happen if that was going on? What would happen if you happened upon a cursed well that basically made you guys inseparable, both literally and figuratively? So, lots of red flags from his character right off the bat, where you're just kind of like, why is this goddess tolerating this dude? But he's in a band and he treats her like shit, and he's very vague and elusive, and he's good looking. So, I mean, I guess we know the answer.
You've just answered that question. He treats her like shit, but he's very good looking. Yeah, answered your question there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to get when you have that kind of stuff. And I mean, you look at it and it's just like, what this director has done very well is he's made some of these things that happen between them, he's made them very much it's very believable. You're like, damn, it's like awkward and tense and cringy, and you're kind of like, ugh. So I got a quick clip of the movie starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie, and I think we might be able to get away with it. So here, let's play it real quick.
Solid months of sex. By the time college rolls around, I'll be like the Iron Chef at Pound and Vaj.
Okay, can you just get out of here and we'll talk about this later?
Fuck, Evan, we're down 2 points.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer. It's soccer.
Fuck you, man.
Hey, Greg, why don't you go piss your pants again?
That was like 8 years ago, asshole.
People don't forget.
Yeah, so that's a good. Oh, that's actually from Superbad. But actually, watch Superbad. It's a better movie. But no, this isn't bad. I will part with a secret. I can't fucking stand Dave Franco. I don't like James Franco, but I tolerate him, but I really can't stand Dave Franco. He has this kind of look on his face all the time, like he just smelled something bad. Even in his really good roles, stuff that I know that he's acting good, he's basically the male version of Tony Collette. I just can't stand to see his stupid face. I just want to punch him right in his dick sucker. Like,
even in the Disaster Artist with him and his brother.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. These posters are a little on the cringy side. I agree. But anyway, if you get a chance, Allison Brie's really, really good. Oh, and she gets naked. So that's always a good thing. And
she also gets naked in Glow. So
did she get naked in Glow? I didn't know that.
Gets topless in Glow a couple of times. Yeah. And so there's what's the name of her friend? Betty Gilpin, I think her name is.
Yeah, from The Hunt. Oh man, Betty Gilpin. Listen, man, if you haven't had
going on
The Hunt, she is definitely Betty Gilpin is great in The Hunt. I've not seen all of Glow, I've seen some of it, but Betty Gilpin has a great sex scene in. I know that for other reasons. I saw it on another site that we won't talk about. But Betty Gilpin does have a great sex scene. Betty Gilpin's one of those chicks that her face ain't great, but her personality and her amazing rack kind of make up for it. So,
Facts.
that's, yeah. Okay, so let's get to some of the, by the way, hail to the chat. I'm so sorry. I've been neglecting you guys. I'm so sorry. Let me, let's do this real quick. Let's catch up. RT and Zed says, due to the time difference, I'll be at work, but I'll check it out later. Don't get into too much trouble. Well, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. Also he says, hey, and well done for doing the right thing. Being in the right place at the right time doesn't mean anything if you don't act on it. Nicely done. Oh, okay. I know what he's talking about. We'll address that in a second. I probably won't touch on it too much because I don't like to brag. I was kidding. I love to brag. Nick says, hello, Nick's always a pleasure to have you on. Joshua Flores says, good morning. Is it morning where you're from? Where you're at, Josh Flores? Is Josh Flores a UK guy? Or where is he at that it's morning? That's strange.
Well, yeah, maybe think it's got to be a lot more further ahead to the east, I think.
Maybe he works at night and this is morning for him. I don't know.
It could be.
Demon Knight 1995 says, hell yes, I hate open bar withdrawal. You and me both, Demon Knight.
Hey, Demon Knight. Greg the Walnut, yeah, it's been
cool handle. I like that. Yeah, I like Demon Knight. I like the picture too. Greg the Walnut says, sup, Greg. Nick says, doomed. We are doomed. That must have been in reference to what, sorry. I am just catching up on these, so I apologize, guys, but I will read them all. Can we spoil weapons? Why every is this hype about it? Is it even worth it? Well, no, I'm not going to spoil it, Nix. I hope I've answered some of your questions, and I hope that you do get a chance to check it out over there in Romania or Transylvania or wherever it is that you live. It is well worth it. I would love to hear your opinion on it, especially when I do my review. Greg says, share the link to the crowd. Yes, thank you, Greg. Toxic, how the hell did you spot stealing my question, sir? I'm not sure which question. Stop. Okay, so I don't know what question I answered, but I'm glad that I did. Lisa, again, thank you. She had to run. And Greg says, FBI, open up. Never. Not without a warrant, mother effer. Work purposes only, so we know what they're talking about there. Greg did not care for the posters. That's why he pulled it down. I get it. Listen, Greg, if you don't like those posters, you may want to skip together because you're not gonna like what you see because they got some brutal body horror going on in that. The eyes are I hear you. It's worse.
I find it fascinating as well that they can just take a human body and just find imaginative ways to just mutilate it into something just horrific. I don't know why. I got this morbid sort of fascination with it.
Yeah, it's like I said, I it's funny because I don't like body horror at all. I really don't, but I did like The Substance, and I think you did too.
Yeah, I did. It was it's a downright despicable fucking movie, but I loved it. I loved how horrible it was.
Hey, did you know that was the real Demi Moore body that we saw, but it wasn't the real what's her name? The younger version.
What did they kind of use a stunt double in a couple of scenes?
Yeah, they used a stunt double. Yeah, that's a shame.
I noticed. Yeah, because she had a bit more meat on her as well, and she's quite a skinny chick. But like you said before, she seems like she might be a good laugh. She seems pretty chill in interviews. So
I think so. She has a very Elmore Leonard-esque movie coming up where she plays a private detective. Have you seen the preview for that?
I think I might have seen it. Is Paul Walter Hauser in it as well? I don't know. It does look very Coen Brothers-ish as well.
Yeah. Very Coen Brothers, very Elmore Leonard-ish. One of those. I think it's set in present day, but it has that like timeless quality as any good private detective movie should. It is called. Oh, she was in Leftovers as well.
Yeah,
and she was
doing it at the moment. She's really.
She was the girl they were looking for in. And she was in the Happy Gilmore thing recently. So
I've not seen it yet. I've heard it's not really great, and I don't know if I want to because I really do love the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I love the first one. It's stupid, I know, but it's one of those.
No, I meant you had. I figured you'd had already watched the new Happy Gilmore.
I might do, but I don't think I'm going to be happy. I have a feeling it's going to be like Coming to America 2 again, all over again.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Honey Don't, and she plays a private detective, and I don't know the basic plot. Boy, she is a stunner, isn't she?
Yeah, she's good looking. I mean,
who's her mom? Who's the famous mom she has?
Andy McDowell, isn't it?
It is. Oh yeah. Oh wait, so this is kind of Cohen. It's from writer director Ethan Cohen.
Ah,
Okay. I bet this is based on a book. Plus, it's got Chris Evans in it and Aubrey Plaza. Love me some Aubrey Plaza, and Charlie Day is in it. Oh, dude, yeah, that's gonna be great.
yeah, it's got to go fucking cast.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, Honey Don't. Looking forward to that. Definitely. That should be pretty interesting. But yeah, body horror wise, again, I don't care for it, but this is 2 body horror movies in a row that I did like. And the body horror wasn't too bad. I did have to look away. They have a saw scene that they set up early in the thing where he has like a sawzall, and you just know he's gonna fucking use it later because you know what the movie's about. And when that scene comes up, it's hard to watch. It is rough for sure. Joshua Flores says Happy Gilmore 2 is good. I really liked it, but I am an unabashed Sandman fan. I'm guessing you meant to say Sandler. Maybe Sandman. Is that your nickname for Adam Sandler? You get to call him the Sandman. You guys cool like that? You guys bros? Okay, cool. Here's one that I did not watch, but my co-host did, and he has a good review, which I will put the link in the comment section and in the description of this when this is uploaded. But so the Naked Gun reboot. Let's hear it, man. Go for it. This is your chance. The floor is yours.
I was really skeptical of that this was ever going to be even half decent, and yeah, I watched it twice, and there was tons of jokes that I missed before, and there was some good visual gags, and it does get a lot right that the Zucker brothers and Abrams did in the originals, and it does get a few things. It does play a little safe in a few areas, like for example, there's a big stand saying congratulations, you caught your 1,000th bad guy. If it said he killed the 1,000th bad guy, it would have been a bit funnier. But apart from that, it does work well. They play it dead straight. They've got the everyday expressions being used very literally, like, well, you cannot fight City Hall. And it's like, I know, it's a building, That feels very much like old school Naked Gun, very much old school Zucker Brothers and Jim Abrams. But yeah, it is a big surprise. It is really funny, and Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson really do have some great chemistry. That really surprised me as well. Pamela Anderson is really fucking good in it. She's you'd think she was a very accomplished actress playing in a comedy when you see her in this, because she does do the femme fatale thing very well, and I cannot recommend this enough. First time I watched it, I thought it was okay. Second time I watched this, I like it. I like it even more than I did earlier. The originals are still the best. This still does not reach those heights, but it's a really good attempt. It's a better attempt than any fucking spoofs that have ever tried to attempt to recapture the magic of the Naked Gun movies.
What is your thoughts on Nix's comment here? Naked Gun 4 is crap. If binge watched from the TV show to the 1, 2, 3, and 4, but standalone is meh at best. What's your response to that?
I will understand that. I will really understand that, because, like I said, it doesn't reach the heights of the originals. But out of all the attempts for other spoof movies that have tried this humor, the Naked Gun 2025 is still one of the better attempts. And it's all thanks to the cast as well. I mean, even Seth MacFarlane pretty much is because he seems to do spoof humor better when it's animation, but live action seems to be a different vehicle, because with animation you can do a little bit more exaggerations with the characters, but he does manage to do a good job with this. And it is a big surprise. It really was. I thought it was going to be total shit, but it wasn't even that bad.
So the drinker liked this as well.
Yeah.
I guess the big question that most people would have is, how do they navigate not offending anybody with this type of humor? How do they do that?
I don't know. I mean, I can't really say. I don't know. They just kind of just do the laughs. I don't think they are trying to push any agendas at all. They're just trying to make something that makes people laugh, and that's about it. I think it could have been a little bit more mean-spirited, because when you look back on the original Naked Guns, Frank Drebin has pretty much accidentally killed some innocent people. I mean, it's been a running joke. The Shakespeare in the Park production actors. He got an innocent man sent to the chair, and only 2 years later he finds out there's evidence that support his innocence. It's like really good mean-spirited humor, and we could have used a little bit more of that. But Liam Neeson does do a good job as Frank Drebin Jr., even though it makes no sense because Drebin Jr. was born in the 90s at the end of Naked Gun 3, and this guy's already in his like late 60s, early 70s. It's weird.
Yeah, well, I think I might be forgiving of that. I mean, I
have kind of forgive it as well. Like even I said in my review, best not to think about it too much. Just kind of go with the madness a little bit.
Okay. Definitely a big recommend from you then.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. A surprise recommendation. Nix, if you hate it, I totally understand, because the original Naked Guns are still genius. There was a method to the madness, they knew how to make that dumb humor work in a very clever way.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably check it out. I'll be honest, I may wait. I may wait until streaming. My Plex Pass, and that's big shout out to Brandolonius. Hope you got the PayPal money that I sent you for that. Can't do without my Plex Pass. So awesome. It's not something for the open public. It's a private group, but at the same time, for those of us who enjoy it, it is stellar. I did just get, believe it or not, I got, because he's in Japan, so he's able to, kind of navigate that stuff, and it's a private server, but I did just get the most recent Jurassic Park movie, which I didn't care for, but the girlfriend's son is huge on dinosaurs. So he and I watched that last night, and he was pretty happy that, a movie that's still in the theaters, we actually got to watch at home and just chill out and, play with his stupid iPad and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think, there's some merit in going to the theater. I love going to the movie theater when I don't have to pay for it. But I think it's definitely something that there is some stuff that I will just watch on streaming, and I'm totally fine with that.
I think they're streaming for this one. This does feel like a more for a streaming movie, but it's a good just for streaming movie though.
Okay. That being said, something I did watch on streaming recently on my Plex Pass, Osiris. I touched on this a little bit on Lance's stream the other day. So Osiris is basically your soldiers stuck behind enemy lines on a monster ship. Brings in Linda Hamilton as a Russian Spetsnaz officer who's been stuck on the ship for a while. This ship has a bunch of invaders that are going to basically go to Earth and eat all of us. So nothing really super difficult. And I won't spoil too much and explain like how the soldiers got on. And you have this team of badasses, guys that have been on, you'll recognize them from Taylor Sheridan's show, Lioness Special Ops. There's like 3 of those actors are on this, which is pretty dope. And 2 of the actors from The Unit. So my fellow fans of the old CBS drama, The Unit, based on the movie Spartan, will enjoy some of the characters that are on this. And it's just basically your soldiers behind enemy lines fighting. So kind of like Battlefield LA type thing, or Battle LA, which I really like that one too, as a matter of fact. I think those 2 genres work good together. The war against the monsters thing. I like that. It's pretty cool. But beyond that, it has a pretty good twist ending, which I, again, won't spoil. One of the standout scenes which brought me to it, and this is why I get on TikTok, there's a trailer that was kind of done by a fan, and it has a scene in which all the aliens are like surrounding some of the members of the team, and one of the guys is hyping himself up by singing an a cappella version of California by Dr. Dre and Tupac. And it's pretty cool, man. It's a pretty cool scene. If you get it, it's definitely one of the standout gunfight scenes in there. But as the alien monsters are surrounding them, he's singing this tune, and it's got to give a creepy vibe, but also kind of like, what song would you be humming as you're getting in the middle of a gunfight? Me, I would do when I would get in a gunfight, I'd have the old Sprite commercial off the top of my head that would pop up. And
I just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Yeah. Listen, I don't know the marketers of Sprite, but 7-year-old Toxic watching TV, because TV was my babysitter because my parents were awful. But watching that is ingrained in me. That is like what the kids like to say now. They like to say stemming or stimming or something like that. They like to say that. That's like their vocal stem. Well, if you spend enough time around me, invariably you are going to hear this song out of me. I do it all the time. I don't even realize I'm doing it, which is the crazy part. But yeah, no, it's definitely something that it's a vocal stem that pops up every now and then. And I have been told in gunfights that they're like, "What song were you singing? Something about Sprite?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." Let's see, what do we got? We got a couple comments here. I gave them that they tried streaming at best. Sorry, are you talking about Osiris?
Naked Gun, I think, maybe.
Oh, okay. Jurassic Board, the clothed Scarjo. Oh yeah, you're talking about. So he's talking about the new Jurassic film. Yeah, no. Yeah, that new Jurassic film is ass for sure. Josh Flores gave an LOL. Twist ending, is Neb in it or worst, James Corden? Ooh, I'm not gonna lie.
To watch. You may have to see and find out.
You're gonna have to watch it, buddy. You're gonna have to watch it. Awful Parents. Wait, are we TV brothers? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, possibly, but yeah, TV was the babysitter, and that is something. So, if you ever are in my presence and you're hanging out, invariably, this is something that's probably going to be sung in your presence. So, fair warning, it is an earwig, as the kids call it.
The way you make me laugh, I like the funny things you do. You got a style that's all your own. I like the sprite in you. You make me want to smile. You know you make me sparkle too. You're such a kick to have around. I like the sprite in you.
Sprite, the only one with lime in it. The unexpected twist that makes us different, livelier, special.
I like the sprite in you.
Yay! Isn't that awesome?
Oh god, I'm gonna be having dreams of this when they.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. Yeah, I will send that to you so that you can watch it.
You bastard!
At your leisure. Yeah, but yeah, Osiris is great. Check it out. It's definitely something that I enjoyed. It's just basically soldiers versus alien monsters. I mean, it's not super complicated. It's fun. It's a fun movie. That is the end of my slide, so I should probably bring that down. What are you streaming these days, Northern? I know you said you were working on a couple things.
Yeah, I was watching a few episodes of Untamed, and I have to say I am really liking it at the moment. I've been hearing a few memes on the Critical Drunk post that the ending made no sense, but I'm gonna have to let you know what my opinion is once I finish it. But
yeah, so for those, you know what, I'm not going to steal your thunder. Go ahead. For the uninitiated, give us a slide. Give people a brief overview of Netflix's Untamed.
Well, it's basically like this sort of ranger investigator. Eric Banner is he's the main character. He's sent to investigate this girl that's apparently may have committed suicide, but it turns out it could be a murder. He's finding lots of evidence that it could
self-deletion. She's self-deletion. Come on, get with the time.
So apparently he's teaming up with this new ranger from LA who's now who's kind of inexperienced. She has no idea how to work in the wild, and Eric Banner does as well, but he's also suffering from the tragic loss of his son, who was also murdered, and he's kind of a bit of a drunk, and you've got Sam Neill on there as his mentor, trying to help him pull it together, but apparently he's not really authorized to do these jobs, but he chips in occasionally. I'm still 3 episodes in, but it's very based at the moment. There's no wokeness, there's no girl bosses. You got a very good stoic badass lead, and Eric Banner. I've always liked Eric Banner as an actor. I've really ever since Chopper and Munich. The guy is always really good, and this might be one of his best roles. But there is a lot of crazy stuff as well, and I'm starting to think it might be linked to his son, but that's just my opinion so far. That's not fact of something that's happening in the show, but I will let you know a little bit more once I finish it, and probably do a review on it as well. But so far, I'm really liking it, and I do like the chemistry between him and his partner, who's like the newcomer. And there's plenty of good moments as well, like one where she gets trapped in this cave, and he has to tell her to sort of relax as well, and it actually helps her squeeze through it. And I don't want to go on, I won't go on too much, but yeah, so far, high recommendation. I really hope it doesn't drop the ball.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I know that was the homework assignment a couple weeks ago from Lance. For everyone who doesn't know, Lance from the Outcast Creative, one of the Drinkers' #1 admins, has his own show. He's also a novelist, and Northern English and I appear on his show pretty regularly. I think we're considered regular guests on that show. He likes to give us homework assignments, and they almost always involve watching something off of Netflix. But here in this house, the girlfriend is the Netflix account holder. I have the Plex account. She is in charge of the Netflix. So what Netflix stuff she wants to watch is what we watch. And she does like Lance. She likes to be involved in something that, he recommends. However, we turned that on, and I'm not going to lie, dude. The opening scene is dope as fuck. I did enjoy it, but everything else, man, was ass, dude. I was literally falling asleep, and my girlfriend was just like, "Look, I'm gonna go to the room. You're gonna be out here on your own because I'm not gonna watch this." And I'm like, "No, we could watch something else." And we went back to a Netflix show that she has been into, and we recently finished. And I know I've talked about this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up as it is for what we were talking about. Let me pull it up real quick. But if you guys haven't already and you do have Netflix, I would highly recommend Animal Kingdom, formerly a TNT drama. Although I'm wondering now, I did watch it a bit when it was on TNT and it first premiered back in 2015, 2016, I think it was. I don't remember there being a situation, like if they had all the nudity, cussing, and violence, did they upgrade it when they went to Netflix? I don't know. I'm not sure. But whatever the reason is, I have caught up with it. The girlfriend really liked it. It's basically Sons of Anarchy as surfers is the best way I can kind of describe it. It's a family called the Codys. They live in a fictional town, or maybe it's a real town, I'm not even sure, in California called Oceanside. Seems like that's a fake name. I don't know. Someone in the comments help me out if that's a real name or not. And they are basically a crime family led by Smurf, or Janine, who is, the big matriarch of the family. She comes up with the jobs. She controls the money, and her boys basically, they do it. They do the jobs and at her bidding and all of that kind of stuff. It is 6 seasons, I think. Yeah, I think it's a 6-season show. It's very involved. It's very plot heavy. It's very dense with the plot, but it's very good. All of the actors are great. It has a very sad ending. I will, not lie. But it's good. It's really, really good. If you have a chance and you're looking for something to watch on Netflix, I think it's really popular. I think it's like number 3 on Netflix right now, and that's only because the stupid second season of Wednesday Addams has come out. Did you watch that Wednesday show? Do you watch that?
The wife did, and I caught some episodes. I think Jenny Ortega was really good in the role, but I don't know. There was a thing where they were worried about Gomez murdering someone was going to threaten the whole family, and if it was revealed that he murdered someone or something, and I'm like, wait a minute, wouldn't the Addams family kind of be celebrating the fact that they murdered someone because they're like the very twisted version of the nuclear family? It was really weird. I thought, I don't know, I kind of prefer the original movies, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, facts. I don't get the Jenna Ortega thing. She looks like she's 12 to me. When she first came out, she was in a movie, The Babysitter Part 2, and she was really funny and really good in that. And then the following year, she popped up in the Scream reboot, which they just called Scream, but it's basically Scream 5, basically. And she's the opening girl in that. And I thought she was very, very good in that. And I, to a lesser degree, liked her, as Melissa Super Hotness, Brazilian chick, Sam Carpenter's character in the sequel. I thought they played very well off of each other.
but I don't get this Wednesday Addams thing. That really gives me a mind that there's a lot of creepers in this world, that they're like fetishizing this young girl.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought she was like bloody 12 as well when I saw her, and I was like, wait a minute, she's like 20. But she did seem like someone who...
I know that she's 20, but she's playing a teenager, and she looks 12. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like,
yeah, no, it is very unsettling. It is. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I cannot disagree with you.
Plus, she's already done this like Lolita movie with Bilbo Baggins as the teacher, and that was creepy as shit. Her with this 50-year-old dude, Martin, what's his name?
Freeman.
Yeah, and I thought that was gross. As far as that goes, I don't dig that, man. I don't like that. I don't think those are good things to have, and I'm not clutching my pearls. I am the Lord of Toxicity, not the Lord of Nicicity. But at the same time, I mean, come on, man. Don't we have enough stuff going on with kids that just creep until we get the Epstein list? I don't want to see no kids doing shit type thing. I don't want that. I'm not saying there can't be kid movies and kid actors, but I don't want to see them doing adult themed stuff. I mean, that's why I kind of waffled a little bit with Stranger Things, but now all the Stranger Things kids are 40, so it's totally fine. By the way, link will be in this description. I'll be Friday night. We'll get to that, but I do a Stranger Things rewatch and retrospective with Nadia at Horror with Nadia, and that's where you can find me on Friday nights. We'll be doing that. We are on season 4, by the way, but more to follow on that, but a link will be in the description of this. Anything else? Are you watching or looking at? I know you said you were playing a video game or something. What video game?
The wife got me Terminator Resistance for PS4, and it was a good little quick game as well. It was a game that wasn't taking too much of my bloody time, so you can just pick it up for a little while and put it down. It's basically in the future. You got to get some survivors and survive nuclear war. And the gameplay is all right. You get to do side missions for some of the survivors, and you can do multiple choice things as well, which affects the output. That affects the actual story. And there is a few times where at the beginning as well, the T-800s usually are a genuine threat where you're not really armed with the proper weapons to take them on, so you have to sneak past them and hope they don't catch you. But it's nothing special. The characters are a bit two-dimensional, but I still cared about them more than I did in the really bad sequels, the reboots as well. And yeah, it's fun. The backgrounds still look pretty good as well. Everything looks dilapidated. Everything like it's been blown to smithereens. There is a real sense of atmosphere as well, especially in the missions set at night. So that's all I can say. I will move on from that.
Well, can I ask a couple questions real quick? Or
yeah, feel free.
So, who do you play in the game? What is your character like? Who do you play?
You kind of just play a guy called Jacob Rivers. You never heard of him yet. He's a completely new character, and he's basically trying to find the resistance with the help of a few survivors. And there's this stranger as well that keeps coming around helping him out. And you'll probably guess who he is the moment you the more you play it. And there is a good Terminator that's out to kill him for some reason, and he doesn't know why. It's like, why am I being matched for termination? And it does sort of like throw a few callbacks as well to the good movies. And at the end as well, you get a good epic battle while the Terminator theme plays, and yeah, you really do get into it. And but it doesn't take too much of your time as well. It's not a totally big open world. It's kind of it can be linear, it can be open world a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't really consume too much of your time. It doesn't steal your life away, when you got more important things to do, which is good because I'm kind of tired of games where you have to do a shitload of stuff as well. And I just haven't always got the time to play those kind of games, especially these open world games.
Is this so this is like a 3D? It's not like a first person shooter type thing like the other.
Oh, it's first person shooter. It's first person.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, I still have an Xbox 360, so maybe they'll make a version for Xbox 360.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I don't know if the PS4 might be a remaster from the old PS3 and Xbox 360.
You know, fun fact, I had a PS4 a couple years ago when I still lived in Florida, and when I broke up with my girlfriend, she just kept it. So yeah, she did give me one of the controllers though, which is kind of like
like you got. What are you gonna do with a controller without the Xbox?
Yeah, she gave me one controller for a PlayStation 4 that I didn't have. Yeah, that's kind of like if your pet dies and your mom lets you keep it. So it's kind of like taking your unattractive cousin to prom. So yeah, I know Xbox. That's a joke. I basically had the Xbox 360 when we used to do when I was still invited on Losers Lounge, and I'd have to watch a movie before I got my Plex Pass. So that's basically what I have it for. So I basically have kind of just given it to the girlfriend's kiddo so he can play Jurassic Park games and stuff like that, and basically just to get him out of the living room every now and then for that. Okay, you know, I don't have a whole lot else. I know we didn't like get in and destroy the most recent MCU, DCU, or Star Wars IP, because we don't do that here.
Yeah, it's all played out now, isn't it? Because you know it's going to be bad. You know it's going to be dog shit.
Yeah. Listen, support these smaller movies, guys. Support stuff like Weapons. Support stuff like, Together. You know, go see these movies. You know, and if you're local and you live in Kansas anywhere, or you're planning on visiting Kansas, you know what else? Support your Leavenworth local. Leavenworth, the first city in Kansas, and this is a few miles from the base. You could get a pass and go take a look at the exotic Fort Leavenworth, which, some people, like the guy from Fort Stewart's most recent shooting, will be visiting very soon, and where Lord Toxic used to work for quite some time. But take a look at the Leavenworth Local Hotel, which has fine amenities, excellent prices, excellent staff. Everything is just awesome. This is the kind of place, a bouncy house to send the kids, and an awesome bar that you and the spouse or loved one can party at. And then if you've had a little bit too much partying, you can get an organic juice from downstairs and maybe a massage to get some of that toxic stuff out of you. Unless you're like me and you like to keep the toxic stuff in you, which I do it to survive. I thrive on it. So anyway, everybody that showed up today, Lisa, Nix, Josh Flores, Demon Knight 1995, Greg the Walnut. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. I think I got everybody. I know there's a few other people because there's more people watching than just that. That is what we have for you today. Northern English Bastard, any projects coming up? Where are you appearing next? Where can someone find you next if they would like to do so?
Well, Friday I will be talking about the Jim Carrey classic Ace Ventura with Proctor Fowl and Blue Colorosa, and Sunday I'll be doing Buffy. I think it's Band Candy with you and Critter and Tony Boy and Susan Love. She wants to pop on. And Tuesday I'm going to be back on the Outcast Creatives to talk about the Phantom Toll Booth. You know, it's been a while since I've been on Lance's, and I was going to go on Tuesday, but I had already done Airplay 1 and 2 with Blue Colorosa, and I was feeling like fucking shit as well.
Oh yeah, totally understandable. Totally understandable. These streams, people don't realize these streams take a toll out of you. I've got to do the Institute tonight on Nadia's channel, and this stuff takes a toll out of you after a while. You know, you have to sit in one place. You have to hold your piss unless you got a piss bottle next to you, which who the hell would do something gross like that? You got to deal with your animals if you got animals. Usually you might have a loved one screaming at you, "Get off that stupid computer!" Or in Northern's case, "Get off a stupid computer, talking to your wanker friend Toxic." You know,
you got migrants trying to fucking break into your house, trying to stab you, and that really ruins the vibe.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, so awesome. Yeah, we are on Band Candy on Sunday. We will do that. I still have to do my solo re-upload of Faith, Hope, and Trick and Beauty and the Beast. I've just been busy. You know what? I'll probably try to get to that tonight if I can. And like I said, you will see me on Nadia's stream tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, we're talking about The Institute, the limited series on MGM Plus, based on the Stephen King book of the same name. And Friday, we are we're deep diving into season 4, preparing for season 5 of Stranger Things, and that is where you can find me. Also, I have recently done a stream with our friend of the channel, Critical Al, and I discussed in my my show, Consider the Source, we discussed the difference between The Walking Dead, the graphic novel, versus the show. I came out on the side of the show. He came out on the side of the graphic novel. But I think we had good points, both of us. It's also streaming on his channel because if you need to know, anytime I have a guest on my channel, I always offer them the opportunity to download whatever material we've done, whatever we talked about, so they can re-upload it onto their channel. And of course, I extend that invitation to you as well. I am not rich enough to have the whole stream simultaneously thing for the upgraded StreamYard, or at least I'm just not willing to at this point, although I might at a future time. But again, anything that has you in it, feel free, any YouTuber, re-upload it onto your own channel. I have no problem with that. I'm putting the link right here to Nadia's channel. If you haven't already, please check out her channel and take a look. Nick says, The Boys, can't wait next. Yes, I'm ready. We are, Critical Al and I will be talking about The Boys, the graphic novel versus the series. I can guess where he's going to come out. I know where I'm coming out on that. And yeah, I'm just waiting on him to tell me when he is ready. And whenever he's ready, we'll definitely discuss that one as well. I am also working on something with another content creator where we were going to talk about Bosch, the book, and the TV show, doing a retrospective on that. He has not read the books, but I have read the books, of course, and watched the show. I think we're going to be doing that on his channel. That's Cinematic Autopsy. I'll get back to you guys on that and post a link and an update on my channel. But yeah, that's all we got for today. And I thank everybody who showed up. I do appreciate it for being in the chat as we do our little coattail riding on tap to kind of alleviate a little bit of the, withdrawal you may or may not have from, the drinkers, not being here, whatever it is that he's doing. We hope that the drinker is doing well and he's having fun wherever he is. And again, I do want to thank my co-host, always loyal Northern English Bastard. I will definitely check out some of your recommendations and see what we can do with that. So I think, unless you got something else, I'll go ahead and play us out.
I think we're doing just fine right now, and we can always do more later, and probably in the next time when Drinker fucks off and leaves us to take his place.
Yeah, you can pretty much guarantee if either Lance on Tuesday or Drinker on Thursday fuck off, we'll try to pick up the slack. But until next time, stay toxic, everybody. I really appreciate you joining in. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share. Hit that notification button like you are hitting that intruder that's trying to get into your house if you live in a foreign land. All right, until next time.
I've got balls of steel.